edition of the program, we focus on men's health, specifically prostate cancer. According to data from the World Health Organization published in 2020, Trinidad and Tobago recorded 330 fatalities due to prostate cancer. Prostate cancer is the most common cancer in men and the second leading cause of deaths from cancer. It has been found that Afro-Trinidadians are 5 times more likely to develop prostate cancer than other ethnic groups. Joining us today to share his knowledge and experience in prostate cancer is one of our leading neurosurgeons in Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Fuad Khan, a fellow of the Royal College of Surgeons and an authority within his specialty.
On today's Vitaminute, we look at vitamin A. Vitamin A is an essential part of any healthy diet, as our bodies require a steady supply of vitamin A to maintain clean skin and good eyesight. We get our daily dose of vitamin A naturally from orange and yellow fruits, as well as leafy green vegetables such as kale, spinach, and broccoli. Orange and yellow vegetables such as carrots, sweet potatoes, pumpkin, tomatoes, red bell pepper, cantaloupe, mango, beef liver, fish oils, eggs, and other fortified foods. And that was today's Vitaminute.
Knowing how to tell authentic is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Find it, match it, search it. Step 1. Find the style number on the tag. Step 2. Match the style number inside the jersey with the number on the tag. Step 3. Search it. A quick Google search of the style number will verify the jersey is authentic when the search results match the jersey being searched. Don't be fooled by counterfeit jerseys. Before you buy, remember to find it, match it, search it.
Fan Zone, 2 locations nationwide. Center City Mall, Chaguanas and Movie Town, Port of Spain. Nationwide delivery available.
People really want to know, what about me? Where do I fit? Yes. What is in the ride for me in terms of a better Trinidad and Tobago? And I'm pleased to shed some light on that.
The purpose of bail is to ensure your attendance at court. That's it. It is not punitive, it is not rehabilitative.
We the police officers, we are professional and we are here for whenever the survivor is ready to come forward.
We have the right to private and family life, the right to religious freedoms and beliefs and thoughts and expression. But these rights are not absolute. Certain rights can be limited.
The law is to govern the whole, it's for all of us in public.
Is it politics? What is it? Is it that nobody cares about sports?
The kind of support that sport used to get in the past is no longer here.
The thing is, taking a knee doesn't mean that that's the only thing you're doing on.
Right.
Taking a knee along with other stuff.
Samantha, what are you looking forward to when you return home to Trinidad and Tobago after winning the title?
Thank you very much for speaking it into existence.
Is there no pressure on Nicholas Paul?
It makes me more motivated to work hard and to go out there and rep the red, white and black.
Why are we sending a team to the Winter Olympics?
There are a number of Trinbagonians who are in the diaspora and have grown up in winter sport. It's an opportunity that the Trinidad and Tobago Olympic Committee will not close the door on.
I also believe in the players that we have. Once you can motivate the players, you can get the best out of them.
Sing for your lover, baby, sing for your lover.
But that is not the song.
That is my version for the Valentine's Day promo on WESN.
WESN presents its Valentine's Day promotion, Sing for Your Lover.
Send us a video of the best rendition of your favorite love song for the one you love. All contestants have a chance to win a variety of exciting prizes. Send us your entries to thecontentcapital@gmail.com. All videos will be posted to our social media pages and will be shown on WESN.
Well, okay then. Let me sing for my lover. Let me sing for my lover.
My lover.
let's get straight to it. So, first of all, prostate gland. Can you share with the audience exactly what is the prostate gland, where it's located, what is its function?
The prostate gland is a simple gland. It's located just under the bladder, where the urine comes out from the bladder itself. That's down in the lower part of the abdomen. And the urine passes through the prostate gland, as well as semen passes through the prostate gland. And it comes out. It's made up of basically glands and fibrous tissue. And that's basically, in a nutshell, what the prostate gland is. The normal size is around approximately 25 cc's or 25 mLs, which is not a big gland.
Right.
However, it can grow to very large proportions, and it can also have no problems at all, or problems at very small area, if it's a small gland. There's a fallacy that people feel that the larger the gland, the worse the problem. That is not so. And I'm taking this opportunity in your show to tell people, large glands does not really mean you have to deal with it if there are no symptoms. Small glands can give you worse symptoms than a large gland. So when people come to the office and say, the doctors or the people say, my gland is enlarged, I must do something about it. If you have no urinary symptoms, you have no cancer or anything at all, you leave it alone. So I think that's a good take-home message.
So it's not that you're going to be treating the report, you're going to be treating the patient, the symptoms.
Yes.
All right, so how does a patient present? What signs or symptoms should they be looking out for?
Well, with cancer, there are no signs, no symptoms.
It can be silent.
Very silent, and unless it has advanced to the point of obstructing the urinary flow, and you have to distinguish that between whether it's a non-cancerous versus a cancerous gland. So you have to distinguish that. And the only way to do that, number one, ultrasound. We depend on people like yourself to read the MRIs, to read the ultrasounds, read the CT scans, to assist us in determining whether it's cancerous or non-cancerous. There's the PSA. I know the PSA, the prostatic specific antigen blood test, that you tend to do for patients. And if it's above 4, it's suspicious. Sometimes it goes as high as 12 or 13.
How does somebody know that they're having any issues with prostate gland? You said they will have problems with urine. What exactly, specifically is the problem with the urine? Is it blood? Is it
with
flow?
Prostate itself, it's just flow, as they say, nighttime urination. Somebody is frequently going to the toilet. You run to the toilet, which is urgency, and sometimes you have a symptom where you overflow. So that's when the bladder is distended. The prostate gland is irritating the bladder.
Right.
So you end up now with overflow incontinence, and you wet yourself, or sometimes after you've passed urine, you end up leaking. That is what they call prostatic trapping. That's where the prostate gland is enlarged and it traps the urine inside. And then when you finish, think everything is over, it leaks out.
Right.
That's dribbling.
Right.
Post-micturition dribbling.
So similar to an enlarged prostate, how it would present?
No, what I'm discussing is an enlarged prostate.
Okay.
However, those could be signs of cancer also if the cancer has encroached on the actual urinary tract, the urethra itself, the prostatic urethra, or the cancer starts in the middle part of the gland, which is called the transitional zone, central zone, and pushes it inside. You get symptoms like that. But 90% of the time, cancers give you no symptoms.
Okay.
Because it normally starts in the back of the gland and moves itself forward. So you have to do two things. One, finger in the rectum test. You have to assess it, and your PSA.
So
and even
how often is a person supposed to be doing this?
If you're 40 years or 42 and onwards, if you're negative at the age of, let's say 40, you could wait 2 years, and by the time you're 50, once a year.
Okay.
You check finger, which is the digital rectal examination. You check that. Sometimes you check it and it's normal. Then you do the PSA and it's high.
Yes.
I usually send the patients for an MRI. And the MRI sometimes picks up, and you're more better than me at this one with the periods, etc. The scoring. If it's 3 to 5, you know exactly where you could look and biopsy those areas using the MRI. Before we went straight to biopsy, biopsies can give you a lot of septic problems, and biopsies taking piece of the gland and analyzing it with the pathologist analyzes it.
Patient's fully awake.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty
about
much
5 minutes,
simple
5
procedure.
minutes, yeah. We do it under ultrasound control.
Right.
And you take pieces. And if it's cancerous, sometimes you still send for an MRI if you do biopsies first. Or if you do the MRI first, you'll see if there are any nodes, any, as I say, spread, any localized spread, etc. And then you work to suit. But the thing about it, what I'd like to take home from a short interview like this, screening. You must screen.
Because it's silent.
It's silent.
Yeah.
And because it's silent, you don't know it's there. It's like a woman with breast cancer. You have to examine the breast to find out if the lump is there or anything is there, and then you work to suit. If you don't examine, you don't find the lump, and next thing you know, they come in with advanced cancer.
And screening is exactly that. The definition of screening is a test that is performed when a person is not even presenting with signs or symptoms. They're otherwise healthy, and we want to identify a disease in an early stage so that we can actually effect treatment.
I would put it like this way. If people check their blood pressure and their sugar levels to find out if they have hypertension.
Which is a screening test.
And that is screening.
Yeah.
It's similarly, if you want, as you get older, the incidence of cancer rises in men, and you do screening examinations to see if you could pick up the cancer early o'clock, so we could treat it and cure the patient.
So everybody from 40 onwards
should be screened.
Should be doing their annual screening.
Annual screening. Well, I would say if it's annual to start.
Yeah.
But then if it shows negative and low PSAs, they can wait 2 years. Yeah.
Consistently.
2 years, because annual, you don't really need to do it annually, maybe 2 years.
Okay.
As you get closer to 50 and onwards, when you do it every year.
Now, talking to my patients, I know that a lot of men are averse to the DRE, the digital rectal examination, which you're saying is part of the mainstay of prostate screening.
Yes.
Could they do, instead of doing the DRE, is there a place for prostate ultrasound?
Yes.
To replace that? That is a little softer,
well,
a little more...
prostate ultrasound, you're talking abdominal-wise?
Transabdominal, do you think?
No. It has to be transrectal if you're going to pick it up.
Okay.
So it's going to be a bigger probe than your fingers. What is happening nowadays, the digital rectal examination is not that accurate.
Correct, because it's subjective.
Yeah, it's subjective.
One person's opinion. Yeah.
And two, if you don't know what you're looking for, you will not find it. So a person who's not accustomed with prostate cancer and the abnormalities of a prostate will put a finger inside and don't feel anything.
Correct.
But he goes by a specialist, and the specialist puts a finger inside and finds a nodule, which I have found on certain cases. However, I know MRIs are expensive, but an MRI is one of the best forms of investigation. It takes it takes the whole prostate, and you could see the abnormal areas.
So, I mean,
and that's where the world is going, eh? That's where
MRI
the world is going.
I agree. MRI has its place for prostate, possibly not for screening, but for further investigation.
If you have a high PSA, you may want to do, you may want to do a MRI.
What would you say are the risk factors, or who had more risk of developing prostate cancer?
People who have a family history. A family history of somebody who has had father, or let's say uncle or sibling.
Right.
They're the ones you have to really put effort on.
And you probably screen them a little more
frequently.
Besides genetics and family history, are there any lifestyle?
No. Has been shown.
Obesity?
Hasn't been shown.
Smoking?
Nothing.
Nothing.
No.
So it's really and truly family history, genetics.
Family history is the only thing you go for, and PSAs.
A recent study showed that Afro-Trinidadians are 5 times more likely to develop prostate cancer than any other ethnic group in Trinidad and Tobago.
It's worldwide.
Yeah.
It's worldwide.
Again, genetics.
Yes, genetics. They don't know why, but it's worldwide. And also, they have found that Afro-Trinidadians tend to come late for examination. So
why is that?
They don't like the finger in the rectum test, basically. And the thing about
It's
it,
cultural.
but now it's changing now, eh? It's changing because, you know, people are more vocal about it. Long ago it was, we would pick them up in stage 3.
Yeah.
Now they're coming for screening. In fact, the wives are bringing them for screening.
That's the change.
Yes.
So
they're bringing them.
So
You see, because the wives know to check for breast cancer, they have to do their mammograms, they have to do the analysis, the ultrasound of the breast, etc. The wives know that for their own self, so they take their husband for the prostate.
And they walk with their partners
And they walk
to do
with
the
their partners,
prostate.
yes.
So it's something that they could do together on our anniversary.
Well, a nice
They'll
idea.
always remember it. They'll always remember the
That'll be a
anniversary.
good thing, eh? That'll be a good idea.
Yeah, and probably make a lunch date of it afterwards and have...
And another thing that I would like to mention, people tend to speak about the PET scan.
Yes.
There's a new thing called the PSMA. It's prostatic specific membrane antigen.
Yeah.
I think it's a new test with PET.
Yeah.
And that assists in indicating whether the prostate cancer has spread as compared to a bone scan.
Okay.
It seems to be better because it's, as I say, nuclear.
It's quite specific.
Yeah, specific.
All right.
For prostate spread. A bone scan, as you I think you can understand about that. It tends to be a bit hazy, where you have inflammatory versus.
It's non-specific.
Non-specific.
Yes.
So I have kind of walked away from that, unless I really need to do a bone scan, because sometimes you send for a bone scan and you end up now still in the same place.
Right.
You know?
So, and Dr. Khan, as we're talking to the viewers here, I'm sure everybody wants to know what could they do besides screening to ensure prostate health. Are there any foods that are probably beneficial to prostate health?
Not really. People touted tomatoes, but that was debunked. I would say, as I say, although the smoking, etc., hasn't been shown to be part of it, smoking, you know, it could be cancerous. So at the same time, the people say it could cause cancer.
Right.
So you decrease your smoking levels, you increase your exercise levels, you decrease your processed food level, and I think that will assist.
And as we're about to wrap up, you have one piece of advice. If you had one piece of advice to share with our viewers, what would that be?
The only piece of advice I could tell them is that make sure you get screened, and do not be ashamed to go for screening.
Okay.
Bottom line.
Bottom line, get screening every year, consistently from the age of 40. That includes digital rectal examination and PSA testing. Thank you, Dr. Khan.
Thank you for inviting me.
What's the best way to grab the attention of viewers?
Please exercise more patience. You have to be kidding me.
Doing what we do best.
I'll say at the very least it's a conspiracy of laziness against the people.
Join me, Keaton Shaw.
And me, Sean Michael Small, for Talking Point.
Weekdays from 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m.
We go in depth on the trending issues and engage the most controversial newsmakers
as we get them to account to the people for their actions.
You can't go to the government with nothing. You can't go to cabinet with an empty hand, with a wish.
I'm glad that we're having this a sober, mature discussion.
In the present situation, I expect a continuation of the chaos.
Join us for the discussion, Mondays to Fridays,
only on WESN,
the content capital.
The issue, the continued rise in the price of flour and its impact on the cost of living in Trinidad and Tobago. How should we go about it? I want to ask you, what has been revealed to you about the state of vulnerability in the country because of this exercise and because of what we're going through? Is the government losing the war on the vaccine front?
The discussion should revolve around the common good for the greatest number of people in Trinidad and Tobago.
How do we inculcate a sense of respect and regard for people who may not be of your own political ilk or persuasion?
The communities are now being used by political opportunists. So
when the tables are turned, it's the same way. Okay, this has been 10 questions. I'm Andy Johnson, and we'll see you next time.
Seven is out. All day is in. WESN News on the hour.
One in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in her lifetime.
A genetic type of hereditary as well, breast cancer,
right,
which is due to abnormality in the genes. People are born with that abnormality in the gene, and they have that predisposition to developing cancer at an early age.
And a mom and a sister, a strong genetic component in my family for breast cancer. Should I start screening in my 20s?